everyone. This is the start of a new kind of mini video series I'm going to do on this channel where I am showing you DIY projects that I am doing for my wedding. So Blake and I are getting married in September, so of course the first DIY that has to be done is save the dates. And actually, the very first DIY we did was our own engagement photos. So I don't have a video on that, but basically tripod, my nice Sony camera, and the remote app on my cell phone is all that we needed for that. So for the save the dates, I will kind of run through the supplies I used and the equipment, and then kind of very brief, they're very simple, so very brief instructions, and then I'll show you how they turned out in the end. So everything, well, mostly everything I got off of Amazon. You could probably find most of these at Walmart or Target too, I would guess, or even like a Staples or something. But I got everything mostly on Amazon. So I got this big pack of kind of fancy paper clips. I don't even know how many came in here, like 300 or something, way more than I need. But they're kind of these teardrop shaped paper clips. Little package of chiffon ribbon. It's kind of like the distressed look. These come with 3 rolls, and you can kind of see the dark green, the white, and then there's this kind of lighter green, which I didn't use very much of that. Envelopes. I got these off of Amazon as well. They're size A6, which is 4 1/4 by 6 1/2, or 4 3/4, I should say, and 6 1/2. They are a little large for a 4x6 photo, so they kind of swim in there a little, but I think it will be fine. Blake says everyone just tears open the envelope and throws it away anyway, so shouldn't care about that part too much. They are this craft brown color, and then it's nice because they self-seal on the back. You just peel that off and they are sticky. I think it's vellum or velluum. I'm not even sure if that's the right word, but it's like the see-through paper, kind of like wax paper. And this can go through a normal printer. And so I got that. And this came in like a pack of like 50, and I can get multiple 4x6s out of it, so it works perfect. These labels, I already had these from something else, but they're just the plain white labels. So the process was really easy. Basically, I used Canva and created the design that I wanted to put on the see-through paper that would sit on top of the photo, and so I did that process. So the first thing I do is open up Canva, which is a free tool and is super awesome. And I set it to be a 4x6 size to match the size of the photo. So then, of course, you need to add your text and details and all the things. There's a lot of really neat elements on Canva that you can use, but we kind of landed on this super simple design. And then I added in the photo on the background just so I could really visualize what it's going to look like. And then I turned the transparency way down to kind of imitate what that paper will look like laying over the photo. And I love the way it looked. And then I printed it out. I just have a basic HP whatever printer, whatever. Printed those out, and then I used my Cricut cutter. You can use obviously a pair of scissors too, but this is really easy. You can measure it out and get it down to the 4x6 to match the photo. And then taking the chiffon ribbon and tying it in a little knot and putting it on the paper clip. So I will say for us it works out fine, but because we're having a smaller wedding, we have to pay extra postage to send this little knot because it doesn't lay flat in the envelope. So our post office told us that we have to put a non-machinable stamp on it, which is like $1.03 each instead of what is postage now, like 63 cents or something. So that is one thing that we kind of spent more money on. You could probably figure out a better knot to tie flatter, or just kind of hot glue the ribbon on. I'm sure there, or just kind of fold it over the paper clip. But I really wanted the knot, and you'll see why, because in my design, our save the date says we're tying the knot. So the knot was a must. Yeah, so cut those out, and then you just paper clip all the pieces together with the little bow or the little ribbon and put it in the envelope and mail it. That's pretty simple. I guess one part for me that was a little more complicated than I wanted it to be was my printer would not print on the envelopes. I thought I would just print our return address and the addressee address, but that didn't work out. So what I had to do instead was I used my Cricut. I have a Cricut Explorer 2, Air 2, whatever. And so I just used the Cricut pen, and I put our return address on all of the envelopes. And then that's why I used the address labels. I printed those and then stuck them on. I can't really show you that without giving away our address and other people's addresses, so you won't see those. But I guess real quick on those, one thing I made sure to do that I think kind of elevated it just slightly was I used the same font on the save the date that I used on our return label and on the address labels. So it all kind of ties together. Everyone's has this font, and then it's just like that basic font for the address part. Kind of just made it look all cohesive. Okay, here is the final look of everything with it all put together. So as you can see, this part here, what I love about it is this comes off. They can throw this away like they will any other thing. And then they have a photo of us. And super simple. Yeah, so I think they turned out really good. And that's all I got so far. Stay tuned. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more DIYs coming closer to the date and start finalizing some of our plans and knowing a little better idea of things that we're doing. I'm sure there'll be lots more videos. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.